with your stories, so it says book one on the cover, so I'm assuming it's a series. So
Yep.
do you have a lot of that planned out, or is it like you're not really sure how long it'll go? Do you know it's going to be a trilogy or 5 books or whatever, or like how in depth are you on that?
So again, I guess this kind of goes back to where I sit as a pantser versus a plotter, but I know that it's going to be 3 or 4 books. I just don't know how many yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know the general ending to the whole thing, and I know mostly what's happening in book 2. So for me, it's like if I get to the end of book 2 and it looks like I can't feasibly get to the end of the whole thing that I've got in mind, then I'll fill that out. Um, but I would like to get it done in 3 books because I think a 3-act story structure tends to work better.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people have made counter arguments to that before, and I think there's enough evidence to suggest that maybe like a quartet or longer can actually tell a better story in terms of structure. But at the same time, I don't want to fill like a 3rd book with like fluff
Yeah.
and have it kind of suffer from that middle book syndrome thing. And I know that book 2 is going to be pretty action packed and fast moving, so I'm hoping that therefore, if I have to write 4 books, the 3rd one will be able to recover, or at least maintain. But yeah, ideally, I'd like to get it done in 3.
Yeah.
But again, like one of the problems with me as a writer is I just don't like I've got an outline, but it's not super rigorous, and I don't like holding myself to an outline like that closely because I feel like it limits what I can do. Like what I feel like it limits a little bit of the potentiality of what the story could become if I just suddenly, you know, get a second win one day and go, oh, geez, this actually is better or whatever. I don't want to feel like I have to adhere to the boundaries that I've created all the time. So I'm trying to, you know, find my footing in both worlds, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, my story's really ballooned a lot. So I have about 13 books that I've got in my head. And basically what that's become is like I have the first one and the second one pretty well outlined, but then I have all these
Nice.
like notes of like, okay, this event happens and this needs to happen, and like so the rest of them are just kind of this like list of, well, this happened in book 2, so I need to probably like that's got to come around book 4 or something like that. And so I kind of have that. It really has gotten out of control, if I'm being honest.
13 books, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope I can get it all done. I'm really excited about it, and it's very like over many, a few thousand years. So it's
Yeah.
the way I broke it up in my head is there's like 4 trilogies, kind of 4
Yeah.
main trilogies, and then there's like a last book that kind of ties the whole thing together.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get it done. Who knows?